If you have health coverage and like it, don't get too comfortable. The likelihood is very high you'll still lose it if Obamacare has its way. With me, author of Beating Obamacare 2014, my friend Betsy McCoy. Now, Betsy, we know people have already lost their coverage.
Right.
The White House says it's just a few of us and that more people are going to be covered with Obamacare.
No,
is that true?
The crisis is about to occur this year. Most Americans get their coverage at work through their own employer or their spouse's employer. But this year, as those plans expire, employers are going to be required, if they provide coverage, to provide the Washington knows best 10 essential benefits, which cost a lot more than what most employers are accustomed to providing.
So what you're saying is that Obamacare is requiring employers to give people more, which we already know, and then can employers, opt out and say...
Yes, there's no employer mandate right now, so employers are going to say, I can't afford this, go to the exchange instead. And the key here is that on-the-job coverage is a much better deal than Obamacare. Obamacare is a raw deal compared with what most employees are currently getting at work.
Okay, and it makes sense because if I am, well,
let me give you an example.
15 years old,
a typical employee pays less than $1,000, contributes towards the plan. They're paying with pre-tax dollars. They have a deductible on average of $1,135 according to the Kaiser Health Foundation. And for that, they have a broad access to coverage. For example, a Walmart employee has the entire Blue Cross Blue Shield National Network plus Mayo Clinic.
Let's talk about
Cleveland
Walmart.
Right.
I understand that the Walmart health plan is cheaper and offers more coverage than Obamacare.
An individual working for Walmart pays $18 a month and has the entire Blue Cross Blue Shield National Network plus access to the Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic, right? This is exactly the kind of access you need when you're seriously ill, which is why I'm saying to families, if you have someone in the family who is seriously ill, stay away from those Obamacare exchange plans, because if you're really sick, often only those academic hospitals or centers of excellence know how to cure you.
Yes, and they are not involved in
not at all in those
hospitals.
Obamacare plans exclude most of those top-tier hospitals.
All right, so when this starts to filter down, and they say as many as 60 million people may lose their coverage.
If you get your coverage through your employer, first of all, find out, is your employer self-insuring or buying in the small group market? It's the people who get insured in the small group market who are at risk. Their employers have to provide the 10 essential benefits. So if you happen to get that kind of plan, you should be going to your human resources department or asking your boss, are you going to drop my coverage this year? I'm estimating, and it's just an educated estimate, that 25 to 30 million Americans are going to lose their on-the-job coverage this year.
And you know what, Betsy? There are people who are estimating even more, more people will lose their coverage. Now, the news of the day today is that CGI, the company that was employed to set up that website, is gone. It's out.
Good riddance. What's amazing is that the administration doesn't want to admit that they fired CGI. Wouldn't it be wonderful if they finally took that kind of step?
Well, let me ask you this. Is that going to make any difference at all? Or is that just money wasted that we could have given people health care with?
Exactly. And the real key here is, despite all the website malfunctions, the big problem is that this is a lousy product. Once you get through the website, as so many people with on-the-job coverage are going to discover, if you have to go to that Obamacare exchange, costs more lousy coverage.
All right, everybody. I want you to know that Betsy McCoy always walks around with this. How many pages of the
Here it is.
law?
It says it all.
It weighs about 20 pounds. Anyway, Betsy, thanks for being with us. And now it's time for the results of tonight's Instapoll. We asked, what do you think the odds are of the Obama employee investigating the targeting scandal that makes anyone at the IRS accountable? About 99.9% of you say the odds are 0. Rich says somewhere between slim and none, and Slim is on a fast horse out of D.C. Lorraine tweets, I have a better chance of getting struck by lightning today. And Paul sums it up best, about the same odds as hitting the lottery or being your lover. Being your lover? My lover? Whoa, Paul. No. That's it for us tonight. Thanks for joining us.